All right. Oh, this is already going to a good start. I moved the map. Okay, let's all
Ooh.
start by rolling D20s.
6. I'm already ahead of the game. Oh.
Damn it.
All
Fine.
right, Zach.
Oh boy.
What happened last time?
So we first started off with Joan and Leon, the magical bow. I don't know what they do. Get sent out into the Feywild. They have a lot of conversation to get up back on track with each other, and it becomes nighttime, and they get surprisingly attacked by some insect creatures in the Feywild. For a good, I would say maybe half hour or so, they were in combat. And then we go to Dylan, who is still trapped in his wonderful trap, I would believe so. And he meets a elven maid. I don't remember the name of her, but she was being very kind, and we kind of learned that she might be the lover of Joan. Something
the
of
love
sort.
interest. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Love interest of Joan. She was very kind to Dylan, trying to keep him alive in certain ways. The council might not keep him alive for very much longer, but that's all things to consider. And then we get to my character. I'll keep this brief, and with that, my character talked to her staff, and then went on her way on her pilgrimage. After having little troubles with her parents not wanting her to go on a pilgrimage. And there might be a froggy spy in her back pocket. But Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Alright. And I think that's been my quickest recap so far in this series.
Well done.
The quickest, and I'd have to say the best. You're getting better.
Thank you.
All right.
Golf clap.
So, we start today's session with continuing with Leon and Joan.
Oh, yay!
You two are in the floor of the forest of the Feywild. There are the carcasses of these giant mantis insectoid creatures around you. Joan, you see Leon's spectral image before you, growling as he breathes, floating amongst the carnage that you two have spread across the forest. What do you do?
I can't tell if you're more powerful as a bow or as a spear.
I think it's a bit of both. You can't have one without the other.
Well, I suppose that's true, but do you like being out of the bow, out of a body? How does it feel?
It feels... It's not really a feeling that I could describe with words.
Would you like to spend the rest of the evening out of the bow?
Are we having this conversation out loud?
No, you have you have a telepathic link to each other.
Yeah. I think we would be doing this telepathically.
But
yep, sounds all right.
You can speak your normal languages that you knew in life, Leon.
Sweet. Well.
And the nice thing is even though your tongue is cut off, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because there's no more body to be attached to.
Hey, guess what? You got your tongue back at the cost of your life. And freedom.
Yay.
Bet Menno didn't see that coming.
Anyway, so yeah, Leon's just gonna tell Joan, I think it's best for you that I go back to the bow. After all, you were being watched.
I suppose that's true. I hold out the bow and just kind of wait. Uh, and while I'm waiting, I kind of look around. Maybe we should not go anywhere while it's still night out?
So as you hold the bow out, it's almost as like you don't even really have to do anything, but the chain pulls Leon by the neck, like the collar, so he just kind of flies into the bow without like even to you, Leon, you were surprised in how quickly you just get pulled into the bow.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to happen. Are you
It's
all right?
fine. Don't worry. Gone through worse before I died, so you know.
So, should we stay here? It's still quite dark.
With the carcasses here, it wouldn't be a good idea.
Not here, but not move, not go toward our objective.
No, it wouldn't be a good idea to travel too far. But yes,
I
just
start.
away from the new food source, I would say.
I'm gonna walk 200 meters toward where we're going, and find another big tree.
Okay. You can get up on the tree, settle down for the night, and for the rest of the night, you get no other troubles.
And I'm mostly just meditating at this point, since I think you said we were already rested
Yeah.
when we were interrupted. So waiting for dawn.
Okay. Dawn has come up. You get anything that you have expended from your bow.
Yay!
Now,
And key.
Now, one thing I would like to kind of clarify to Adea or ask her is, do you wish to tell Joan everything you can do during your journey? Do you want to kind of like just role play that out just for fun, or do you just want to kind of just give everything to her and then just move on?
Well,
If it helps, if you role play it out, it will. I don't want to say it'll drag the journey on, but it will definitely kind of hold back from getting towards the end of your journey. But if you skip the RP, we may miss out on some really important bonding between the two.
no one wants to miss out on bonding. We're RPing this.
All right.
You said bonding.
So,
That was it.
Joan, go ahead and give me a D20 check real quick.
Great.
This is
A 4.
Okay. So nothing eventful will happen. We will say that what happens is your guys' RP. So we'll say you guys have gotten to a spot where you feel pretty comfortable. It's getting like mid-afternoon. Both of you are getting comfortable enough to where you're sure that nothing bad will probably happen in the next few hours. This forest seems pretty still. However, you have seen some pretty amazing sights. You see trees that look a familiar species. At one point, there's a patch of them that are nearly identical. And then the next patch has completely different arrays of colors, of leaves, of bark, the shapes of the trees. And then, like, it almost seems like as if the new generation of plantation of these plants just change an appearance-wise. But all in all, they have a lot of similarities. It's almost as if they are crossbreeding or creating subspecies of each other, but at a very rapid rate. And you guys would know, being wood elves, that the Feywild is prone to this. Change is constantly happening every day to the Feywild. Species of plants and of animals are always changing. Every new generation has something different with it. There's nothing, no generation is the same.
Which one do you think will last long?
Hmm?
Do you think the old trees or the new ones will last longer?
Well, if you want to go with lasting longer, I would have to say the newer ones, since the older ones were able to survive this long. Their genes are what were carried on. Not only that, but they have gotten better, it seems.
I didn't know that Leon was proficient in intelligence for nature. Huh.
Hey, he lived here for 10 years. Leave him be.
I did not know that Leon was had his doctorate in biology, environmental biology. Go figure.
Fun fact: I'm a biochemist.
He's not a dummy. Okay.
I'm just kidding. He's like Bruce Banner.
I'm so happy. He is.
I'm gonna go over and look
this.
at the leaves of the two trees, especially the young ones that are different colors.
Okay.
However, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
No. However, they are a lot more colorful, and that does bring a lot more attention. So perhaps the older ones will survive for longer.
That was my initial thought, but at the same time, perhaps the strange colors would be a concern for something that isn't familiar with them. Do you think it's poison?
Could be. With the Feywild, you never know.
Can I touch a leaf? What color tree would you like to touch? There's all
pink
colors. Pink one? So you kind of reach up to a low-hanging branch and you touch a pink one. Are you going to like take the leaf off, or are you just going to like kind of like feel it between your fingers without breaking it off the stem?
Starting with just feeling it.
You feel it, and the pink one, it's fairly smooth. It's like it's in the shape of like a old tribal arrowhead. It's very rounded on the edges, but ends at a point. Well, I guess almost like a spade, more like it. And when you let go of it, you feel this kind of natural oil between your fingers, and you smell it, and it has like this really sweet smell. And all of a sudden, like when you smell it, your spirits lightly lift a little bit. You feel a little giddiness inside of you.
Both Xehanora and Marvell, or just the
you.
one with that's actually touching?
Just Joan.
Okay.
Or Xehanora. I gotta get used to
Either
saying
works.
that now. Wow.
It seems happy, and I'm going to try to tug off.
Alright, you pull one off, and you can start to see that in the light there is this kind of rainbowy oil shine to the leaves. And you smell the leaf, and it's the scent is even stronger, and like you smell it, and you feel the giddiness come back to you, but stronger.
Can I find a blue tree?
The blue tree?
Mm-hmm.
You find one. It is in kind of like around the same area, fairly close to like the pink ones and the other colorful ones.
I'd like to touch its leaf, but not tug it off.
Alright, you touch it. You feel an oily substance again. And do you smell this one too?
Yeah.
You smell it, and this time you feel the giddiness go away, and you start to feel sad.
Cool. I'm gonna rub the pink leaf again.
Rub it, smell it, and the giddiness comes back.
This is better.
What are you doing?
Well, these trees. Oh, you can't tell, can you? These trees have emotional properties. They make you feel a certain way. I'm trying to figure out which leaves I should take with me. The pink one made me happy, and the blue one made me sad. Makes enough sense. I'm trying to think if I should take a green or a yellow. Maybe blue. I'm trying to think what might be useful.
Easy, just take. Well,
I knew you
take
were-
as much as you want from each.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh, Leon.
I
Marvel.
mean, yeah.
Oh, Marvel.
I'm gonna go back to one of the trees that looks like it might be a parent to this cluster, and I'd like to touch it.
So this one is kind of like more of like a natural green. When you touch it, you do feel an oily substance. This time when you smell it, it kind of has like what?
Sorry, it's just the chat.
Oh, you smell it, and this time it has like this kind of a irony type of smell. Like you ever like smelled like, I mean, this kind of sounds weird to say, but you ever smell what like a penny smells like?
Sure.
It's got a very metallic type of scent. You would know this to be the scent of a type of toxin,
Ooh.
a poison.
So I'm gonna rub it off my fingers onto my pants, the ground, something that seems like it will get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do I have like a strip of cloth or something? And do I know what kind of toxin this is?
If you would like, you can give me a nature check.
Yes, please. I wish I was better at nature. 19.
19. With a 19, you would know. Actually, you have heard of this type of a tree before. It is a. It is a. It's called just simply a toxinous tree.
Okay.
And that's not a toxinist, it's toxinous. And the toxinous tree is known for having leaves that have this oily-like substance that grows from when it obtains nutrients from the ground that makes it so that insectoids don't eat it. It is poisonous enough for many insects. When they eat them, they die. So the tree lasts longer. However, you could make a bigger animal eat it enough to make it sick, but it would take a lot of the extract of the oil. So
Okay.
it wouldn't be super effective against anything bigger than insects. But you would also know, since with your nature check, with the other trees, that they're in fact the child species, they are called the emotion oaks.
Hey.
Emotion oaks. It's adorable.
Emotion oaks. They essentially have the same property of the leaves and make the oily substance on the leaves like very similar to how their parent species does. However, instead, for some odd reason, there's a chemical reaction that happens that when you smell it, or if you eat it, your brain will exert different chemicals that give you different emotions based on the species of plant. From what you've heard from former colleagues that you used to hang out with that study this type of stuff, there really is no actual logical reason why this is a factor. It could just be some random, unknown mutinization that just happened to happen.
Okay.
But it's a thing now.
That's quite a mutation.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, do I know what particular colors are? In particular, do I know if there's one that makes you like angry or aggressive, impulsive?
Yes. Essentially, it's any of the colors, the generic emotions that they're assigned to. Red is for anger, blue is for sorrow, pink is for giddiness, yellow is for happiness, which the difference between giddiness and happiness is just you're very content and see the bright side of everything. Giddiness is just you're very giggly, you're chuckly, you're over eccentric. Oh, I can't say that. Very energetic. The green one is there is no green one with an emotion. It's basically just kind of asserted that the parent species, the toxinous tree, is supposed to represent the emotion of sickness or stuff like that because of the poisonous leaves. Yeah. So there's yellow, pink, green, blue, and red.
I assume I don't have any glass vial or anything like not an explorer's pack, no.
No.
So
You could just literally stuff them in your bag.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It might not last this long, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna take 4 or 5 red ones, yellow ones, and pink
Morgan.
ones each.
Okay,
Morgan.
just put it in your
Yeah,
character
yeah.
sheet.
Okay. Yeah.
You remember the old character design for Joan? Coincidentally, underneath her nose.
No.
May keep the original pink one and just sniff it every once in a while. It's fine. Just tuck it under behind my.
The pink and
Okay.
yellow ones would make great gifts as saplings.
They would. Oh, okay. This is a nice little grove. Should we keep going, Leon?
Well, that's entirely up to you.
That's true. It is, isn't it?
I would say if it isn't.
I keep walking. You don't tell lies anymore? I suppose you never lied to me, but, Are you capable
I try
still?
not to. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but how would that serve me currently?
Fair enough.
Very true.
I keep walking. I'm going to hold Marvel's bow. The marvelous bow. While I walk. Just, kind of looking at it a little, but also just kind of keeping it in my...
Alright. So, you have now officially moved 1 tile.
Yay! We moved a single tile!
Oh, come on now. Alright, well, map layer. Where's this at? Is that in the GM layer? Wow, okay.
I think this is a cause for a celebration. We have moved a single tile.
Woo!
I think it's time to eat all of the pink and yellow leaves and just enjoy life.
Just get super happy, man. Get groovy.
Oh boy.
Now I'm just gonna be making pink and yellow trees for every character that I love.
Alright, so, let's, Joan, roll another d20.
Uh-huh. 15. ¿Qué pasa?
Okay. So day 3, nothing happens.
Oh, thank God.
This is the 3rd day? Oh, goodness. I'm never going to survive.
Don't say that, Joan. We'll survive.
You may not have to eat. I do. I'm going to have to start hunting.
I mean, there is a lot of things to hunt here. Trust me.
Alright.
I mean,
Well,
I'm pretty sure
well-
if you wanted to, you could have even eaten those mantises a few days back.
What would you eat?
What would I eat, DM? I'm sure I don't remember what I used to eat whenever I went into expeditions here, right? But during my 10-year time here, what did I hunt?
What did you hunt? Oh,
Yeah.
many of things.
Many a things, Joan.
You hunted
Many a things.
Gorallins, You've hunted displacer beasts.
Spicer
no.
beasts. Do they already come pre-spiced?
Displacer.
Oh, sorry.
Though I'm sure displacer beasts have a very unique flavor.
I'm sorry.
The sigh was worth
So that's why they call it flavor text.
Well played. Well played.
I mean, like, he is the game master. Of course he'd be good at it.
I don't like what you guys are turning me into.
You love it.
So it was not a grackle, a gray something in displacer beasts.
A what?
What were the two things? What was the first thing you said that Leon would hunt?
A Goralin
Growlin. Okay.
and a displacer beast.
And you know how to track these still?
I mean, I'm sure that a lot has changed in their hunting patterns, but yeah,
We'll say
I'm
that,
pretty sure.
Leon, you would know that Goralins are probably not the best to hunt. Mainly because they are very large humanoid creatures with white fur and large tusks. And they have
I ate
horns.
humanoid things?
Hold on. Fine, I'll get you a picture.
Leon is a cannibal confirmed.
No, it's nothing like that.
Say that now.
Okay, fine. He's a terrible person. It's a good thing he died.
Ouch, that was hurtful. That was taking it too far. That was just making a joke.
I wasn't.
Oof.
This is what a Goralin looks like. Give it a couple seconds. But anyways, you would know that these large creatures, they travel in usually like a pack of like 4 or 5.
Oh.
They are very, very dangerous. They're pretty scary, just one alone, but to have like 2, 3, 4, 5 is deadly, suicidal. Something that you could now displacer beasts, they would be easier, more manageable because they don't hunt in more than pairs, but they are also fairly hard to find because of how nimble and stealthy they are. You could spend a whole entire day and not see a single track from a displacer beast.
Because they've been displaced.
You know, I've had fun with you guys, but you know, sometimes you just gotta look yourself in the mirror and go, have I had enough? What would be something that would be
As we walk,
yeah.
I'm just going to let Leon know if he sees any tracks, and also I'm going to be looking for tracks, but of things that look small, like smaller than a deer. Let me know, and that will help our journey a lot, because then I can survive longer.
You have 30
Yeah, but
days
it
of
would also
actions.
take you longer.
I'm down to 28 of, I assume.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna roll for 3 encounters for the night.
Oh.
Go ahead.
And roll 3 times.
Okay. Who's gonna be
Oh,
rolling?
I can crawl, and you can. Have fun.
I was gonna say Leon probably will since he'll be the one that's awake.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to do the usual. Find a big tree. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Huge.
3 d20s?
Yep, have fun.
6, 11, 8.
Okay. You have an uneventful night.
I'm so happy.
Well, I have to say that was probably the best rest I've had in a week. Definitely since before we went into that crypt.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right. So for day 4, roll me a d20.
Sure. Let's have a 9.
Dang. Nothing happens.
Oof.
No interesting plants or food or anything?
Mm-mm. Well,
Okay.
I mean, to kind of give it like the context, you always see interesting stuff everywhere. It would take me. I could come up with. I could spend hours describing
Gotcha.
the environments. You guys
Okay.
Do
would
I?
know
Oh, sorry.
that this place changes a lot.
I
But
was
not, like-
about ready to ask. Do I see any plants that are edible that I remember?
Give me a perception check.
Perception. Well, I'm doing that. Sorry, Joan. You can continue what you're trying to say before I cut you
That's
off.
okay.
Oof.
What'd you get?
A 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't see any edible berries around.
Wish I could help you there. But I can't.
So, what are you gonna say, Morgan?
I don't remember. So that's okay. Are we getting close to where I think the entrance to the Underrealm?
Not quite. You're almost 3/4 of the way there.
Oh, okay. That's
Or,
close
sorry.
enough. That's fine.
You're like 1/4 of the way there.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
God.
Phew.
Okay, I'm gonna
Almost got your
keep
hopes up
looking
there.
for tracks and food and things like that, but it sounds like it's the end of the day, so nighttime rest.
All right.
Marvel, is there anything else that I should know about how to use you better in case we are attacked again, or any time in the next month?
Well. Mm. Currently looking at my stats doesn't really look like it. Well, retell me what you remember so far.
Well, your vessel is an inherently powerful bow, and dramatically improves my ability to shoot. I can use some aspect of your new being spirit force to target creatures and deal large amounts of force damage to them and shoot them from just about anywhere. And having you with me makes me a bit quicker on my feet. Does that sound about right?
Yep, that sounds about right. Also, another thing is that I don't need to sleep.
I assumed as much, since you weren't asking for me to stay awake for some amount of time. Though I imagine you can also probably tell when I'm asleep, since, this whole communication system.
Yeah. And one more thing that I have to tell you about, just so you're careful when we return, even though I'm sure that they'll take me out of your, well, they'll take me away
Possession?
from you. Yeah. When we come
We'll
back,
see.
but
It depends on how well we do.
I can tell where Hollan is.
All the time.
Only at some moments.
Well, good. I need to kill.
That makes 2 of us.
What if I use you to do it?
Well, then I'm free. And the bow breaks, and then...
If
Well,
you
I don't
kill
know.
Hollan, the bow breaks.
Yep.
Huh.
This is the Revenant's bone. As soon as the Revenant's job is done here, well, it breaks. Because I'm no longer hunting.
Oops. Good time for a crit.
Ooh, nice!
You launch an arrow. It flies through the sky. Everyone in Astra goes, "What is that?"
Oh, is dead.
All of a sudden, the elves run up to Holland. Sir, there's an unidentified object coming our way. He looks towards the sky. Huh? The arrow right through his cranium. He falls to the ground, dead. And then the bow shatters.
Well, that was
Joe,
easy.
And I
left alone. No. All right. So, if you guys don't have anything else to RP, roll another d20.
Okay. I'll do it this time since I take night shifts. 20!
Wow, 2 crits back to back. See, our bonded synergy is coming online.
Yeah, it's the RP. It's the role
I
play.
hope that's
It's
a
what
good
is
thing.
done. Oh. Oh no.
That may not be a good thing.
No,
Do we
no.
get to
The
bring
1
a
is a
new
crit
friend?
failure.
No, it is a good thing. I just remembered you guys get to do my special encounters now.
Oh, yay.
Yay!
Roll another d20.
Okay. 18. Why are they so high now?
This is good.
I'm terrified.
The only time you don't want high is when he tells you to roll a d6 for the number of enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roll a d6. No.
No. Oh.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, Andrew's
All right.
excited.
Dear Lord, what have we done?
All right.
Something wonderful.
Walking through the Feywild at this hour is a peaceful trail. We'll say it's about just after noon. Your senses are still on high alert, and you almost jump out of your socks when something rushes through the bushes.
I'm not wearing socks.
Okay, well, just pretend you
Yeah, there is
Okay.
Leon's a bow.
You're ruining my immersion.
Okay, sorry.
As you draw out your weapons, ready for an attack, a little white bunny, the size of a small dog, hops out of the bushes. Its
Aww.
black beady eyes stare at you, filled with terror. It licks its paws and wipes thorns from its snout, and hops around searching for something. It pays no attention to you, but as you move, it does move further away.
I say that we just watch it.
I'm going to step behind a tree and otherwise try to watch the rabbit. But, stealthily, hidden, all that good.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Let me double check. Yeah. Cool. That would be 17. Actually, not as good as I thought.
That's great! Woo!
All right, you step into the bushes, and it seems that the bunny kind of like watches you move. Its ears stood up, and it kind of like looks towards your direction for a few seconds, sniffs through the air, and then continues to hop around. You stand there for about a minute, and it still just kind of hops around. The strange thing about it is usually you would think that the bunny would be searching for food, but it looks like he's looking towards the trees like looking towards the trees onto its roots, and then it starts burrowing, which is normal for a bunny. But then it starts to like rip out roots and tossing them out of the burrow, hopping out, and then grabbing the roots into a small little bundle into its hands.
Hands?
Adorable.
Like its paws, its front paws.
Okay, it doesn't have hands. Okay,
No.
cool.
God, I just imagined a bunny with human hands. That was the most terrifying mental image I've ever had in my entire life.
I'm sorry.
I think I've had enough D&D. I'm joking.
Was there anything you wanted to do?
How is it bundling the roots? Is it just like tying them together, or just like putting them together and like
Putting
all
it
the
together into a small little bundle into its front paws.
Okay.
That's adorable.
I'm going to keep
Leon
watching.
is just dying internally of how cute this is.
You would know just that alone is not normal for a rabbit to do.
The roots isn't normal. I figured.
Well, that could be normal, but the way that it's
Creature check.
gathering them and bundling them is not normal. Rabbits don't usually use their front paws like that.
I'm just trying to figure out what's up with this bunny.
Okay,
Like,
ahead.
was he doing this?
Go ahead and give me a nature check on this rabbit.
Can I also see what the bunny's doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's nature? Is it wisdom?
It's intelligence.
Oh no.
I got an 8.
I will get a natural 1. Nice.
Did you get a natural one?
Nice. I got a natural 1.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Both
The
of
bunny's
you-
trying to eat us.
Both of you are just awestrucken by this rabbit.
I'm going to keep watching. Does it still seem scared?
Mm-mm.
It seems content enough. It's just doing its thing.
Mm-hmm. And it hops over to another tree, sets the bundle down, and starts digging again, tearing out some roots here and there.
Did it seem to notice us when it came out from the bush?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna. How long has passed since I stepped behind the tree? Like a minute or two?
Yeah, a minute or two.
I'm going to step out from behind the tree and kind of take a few steps toward the rabbit and just crouch down.
It perks its head up and looks at you.
How about you offer it one of those leaves that you got? Like the yellow or pink one.
Okay. Do you speak any language? I'm going to ask that also in Common and Sylvan.
You say it in common, and it just kind of sits there. You say it in Sylvan, and you then see its lips move, and it says, "I do speak. I speak in the tongue of Sylvan."
I am dying! This is great! I didn't know I needed this in my life.
How long have you been standing there?
3 minutes or so.
Really?
All I needed in my life was a brush.
Standing
Which is
there
funny.
all this time, and you've watched me dig all these holes, dig out these roots, and you didn't even bother to offer any help.
I feel so bad.
Mother
I'm
was
so
right.
sorry.
You wood elves are inconsiderate, selfish individuals.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm sorry,
I bet you
Rabbit.
are. Don't call me Rabbit. Call me Humphrey.
What should I... Humphrey? I'm terribly sorry, Humphrey. But
Yes, you should
I had thought that you were trying to get away from something. I didn't realize that you were...
Is it because I look like an animal of prey?
A bit, I suppose. But also your demeanor at the time.
My demeanor.
I mean no
He then,
offense by
He
it.
then curls some of the fingers on his paws and pulls out like what looks to be kind of like what would be his index, and he shakes it towards you, and he says,
Oh.
"I shall have you know, Miss
Did you just assume her gender? Leon just like pops out of the boat just for that.
Hey man, did you just assume her gender? That's not cool. Miss
Don't call me Elf.
Then what should I call you then? Woman?
Oof. Definitely not.
You can call me Zia if you'd like.
Zia. Well, I will have you know, Zia, that looks can be very deceiving. Now,
You're
if
telling
you
me.
don't mind, I had come here to gather some roots for Mother. And you see that he picks up the bundles with like his two arms, but he's obviously struggling, and he starts to hop, but as he gets a few hops in, the sticks just start falling out of his hands, and he just
Joan,
bother.
Joan, please offer him help.
Would you like help taking the roots to your mother,
His attention snaps back to you, and where his brows would be, they narrow down to his beady black eyes, and his ears kind of fold down, and he goes, "Oh, so now you help me."
But until now, you seem to be completely capable of what you are doing, and this seems a little difficult for a creature of your stature.
Well, I still am capable.
I am sure
I wasn't.
I am certain that you are capable, but I could speed along the process, perhaps.
Says something bigger doesn't come along.
You know I would, but Mother told me never to trust or bring a wood elf to the grove.
What if I just bring the roots to the edge of the grove?
You could, but you would have to deal with Donnie.
Who's Donnie?
He's and you start to see that his head starts to shake as if he's like, just the thought of this Donnie individual makes him extremely upset. Let's just say that he's a colorful pain in my furry rear end.
Have I met these creatures before? I need to know. Because
No.
I want to have been able to meet these creatures
You have
before
never met
so
them before.
badly. They're amazing.
I will say, though, Mother would not like your company, and neither were the rest of my brothers and sisters.
Oh.
How many are there?
Not counting myself, there's 4.
Ah, I see. Well, what if I promise just to help and perhaps stay for supper if you make something that you wouldn't mind sharing, and then I'll be on my way and not come back.
Well, I'm afraid I cannot do that, because more wood elves work for the... You're all in it together, and Mother has said if they found the location of our grove, they would take all of us into that tree and pluck us apart.
Oh,
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not the best of friends with the other wood elves. You might say I'm exiled from the
Before she even spoke those words, because I heard them before they came out of her mouth, Leon is just like, you're being watched. Do not. Trust me. It's just best to leave him be. Just watch him from a distance and make sure that he doesn't get eaten.
As I mentally get interrupted and just stop speaking suddenly.
What is wrong with you?
My companion had something to say. Humphrey, how about if you won't let me help you carry these to your warren, or wherever you live, I'll just stay here and watch over you for a few minutes until you're back closer to where you came from.
Go ahead
Does
and
that sound amenable?
give me a persuasion check.
Crit.
Really?
Crit 20.
Yeah.
So 21 total.
Freaking epic. He says, "All right. I guess that's fine. I wouldn't want that blustering large blue cat getting me."
Large blue cat. Is
What
this turning
this?
into Alice in Wonderland?
I know, right? What is this blue cat? Is it near here? It's a displacer piece. No, I don't know.
I'm honestly not quite sure. Last time I had traveled around these parts, he was roaming around here. Stupid thing he is, but quite terrifying.
I would imagine so.
I will tell you this. If you're ever in the night traveling around these parts, if you look in the clouds, or if you can, and you see no clouds to strike thunder, he's around.
If there are no clouds, this cat is around.
If there are no clouds, and you hear thunder strike,
Ah,
then the cat is around.
It's a thundercat.
well, thank you for the advice, Humphrey, and I'll be certain to keep the stupid cat away from this area as best I until I'm gone, that is. I won't be staying in the area more than a few days, but you get the idea.
We need to get going. It will take us a few hours to come back.
Would you like me to stay for a few hours?
Here or at the Grove?
Oh, I thought I couldn't go to the Grove.
Okay, I'm confused. I thought you just offered to help him bring the stuff to closer to the Grove.
I did, and I thought he said no.
He did.
So then I was going...
Oh, when I thought you were asking if you could stay in the Grove.
And watch him. If we could watch him, that's basically.
Yeah, we were just gonna watch over and help a little
Okay, so
away from the Grove.
Okay, you want to be his bodyguard.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, he goes, "I suppose it wouldn't hurt."
Leon is over the moon.
Also, you had mentioned a partner. Where is this partner of yours? I'm getting anxious. And you see that his foot is like tapping.
Thumping.
And he's like shaking.
Oh, that's so cute!
He's like looking around.
He is nearby. We can
I
communicate.
want him to show himself.
We can communicate at a distance, mentally. Are you familiar?
If he
with that
doesn't show
ability?
himself, the deal is off.
I'm not sure you
Marvel.
would like it.
I mentally speaking to Marvel. Could you come out?
Okay.
Fine. Is there any way that I know that I can change my shape so I don't look so terrifying, so I don't accidentally give him a heart attack?
Nope. You know that this is the form that you will always have.
Do I have to be
It's
close to him?
fine.
I'm just going to do it behind a tree, so I seem shy. Tall but
Well,
shy.
You see, when you're summoned, you actually like go out of the bow. So
Pop out of the bow, yeah.
You would just. It's not like you just teleported somewhere. You actually like emerge from the bow,
Point the bow behind the tree.
kind of like you're possessing it.
I take I hold out the bow behind the tree. He'll be right out. Let me get.
Just cocks his head.
Uh,
This better not be some trick.
Leon emerges from the bow after being summoned and is just behind the tree and just like, yeah, that'd be me. I'm sorry if I scared you.
Give me a performance, you two. One of you. You can have the advantage.
Performance? Ooh,
Yeah.
what was the performance again?
Charisma.
I think I have the better charisma. I have a +3.
Sure. Go ahead.
I have advantage because I'm friends. Oh, 22.
Hey.
Nice. So he's watching this little performance, and he goes, and he just kind of, his head goes back a bit, and he says, "Why, your partner is a ghost."
Yes, you could call him that.
Yeah.
Mother will definitely be intrigued by this.
Do I get to meet your mother? You can show her my ghost friend?
I don't think I'm
Give
something
me,
you would want to show a
Give
mother.
me another persuasion, but with advantage.
Advantage? Could I be doing it?
It has to be Joan.
Yeah. 8.
Oh no.
He goes, "No, I can't. I can't compromise the location of our grove."
What if your mother came out of the grove?
Well, she would, but she... And you could tell with his little bunny ears kind of going down.
Oh.
"She's fallen ill."
I see.
Could it be
well,
from something she ate? Leon asks, suddenly very interested in what's going on because he used to be a pretty okay medic.
We're not entirely sure. We just know that one day she was fine, and then she was in excruciatingly amount of pain, and then she just went unconscious and hasn't awoken since.
Back when I was still alive, I was pretty good at figuring out what was going on with people. Creatures, even. And probably the best thing you have for a doctor in these woods, actually.
I'm not entirely sure if this is something that a simple medicinal examination could diagnose.
I guess, but it wouldn't hurt to try, would it?
I think to Leon. But we're being watched. You can't go there.
True.
Okay.
I can leave within 60 feet of my bow, I believe.
Would I know whether they can scry on Leon or if it has to be on me?
You would know that it has to be on you.
Okay. Well, we could give it a shot. Very
that would
quick.
be up to the bunny man, of course.
Yeah. That has Humphrey answer.
Sorry.
It's okay. If it helps, the other elves won't know anything about what my ghost friend is doing.
Especially since they can't scry on me. At least, not anymore.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me another persuasion. We'll have it with advantage. We'll do it. Leon, go ahead and make one.
22 again.
He goes. I've been searching for too long. Who knows when her last day will be. I would much rather have her have another day to be alive. And to... I mean, we can always just relocate. Alright. I'll take you into the grove. But... the moment that I smell anything off about you two, you're out.
Understood.
You have a deal. And we can both come in.
Just the ghost.
I'll tell you all about it. Only you, of course. He says in the mind. Skip.
I have to admit I'm a little disappointed, but fine. Since we're going there, could I carry the sticks until it's time? The roots?
Yes, you can. My poor little paws are getting sore from all that digging.
Lovely. I go over and pick up a bundle of roots.
He looks you up and down and goes, lovely? You think digging in the dirt is lovely?
No, that you'll allow me to carry them is lovely.
Ah, I see. And then...
Yeah, most people won't let her carry anything.
Well, we better get a move on before the sun gets too low. And then he starts hopping. Boing, 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 boing.
I follow after.
Leon is dying eternally. Even though
I
he's
mean-
already dead.
Yeah.
Got him.
Got him. Can't make that joke if I already beat you to the punch.
It's fine.
Alright.
So we carry them.
So, you two go into the Feywild. Humphrey doesn't really talk much. He just kind of hops along. Every now and then you kind of lose him, but then he kind of hops up above the foliage to the ground to where you can catch up with him and find him again. And eventually he brings you to a spot where there is a small little puddles of water start going here and there. And you see vines are growing all around the trees around you. And there's a light little mist that rolls along the wet ground. Humphrey walks through and, well, he stops and he looks at you and he says, I will get to be able to go through. But, unfortunately, it is not up to me entirely if you get through or not. It is up to Donnie.
Got it.
I will wish you the best of luck.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hope to see you on the other side. And he hops closer to where you see there's like a wall of mist in front of you. And he turns into a silhouette, and then his image disappears.
Well, Marvel looks back at Jen. Wish me luck. And try not to get eaten out here.
You too.
What, me get eaten? Please.
Try not to let anything happen.
I'll try. Leon goes through the mist.
Okay. You float through. And when you do, you see the slight image of what you can see is the other side, which is fairly beautiful, very emerald green leaves and plant stems looking part of the woods. But then all of a sudden you feel on your neck the collar yanks back and you are brought back into the bow. Just and it actually makes Joan stagger.
Was
And
that
drop the roots?
60 feet?
It seems that was more than 60 feet. Yeah.
Leon, you would know that one little detail about your you being bound to the bow is so you have a limit of up to 60 feet to be away from Joan, but basically you are basically immune to the effects of teleportation. When you walk through a teleportation door to be brought so you are immune to any teleportation that would bring you beyond 60 feet or to another plane of existence. So it must be that this grove is possibly another plane of existence or takes you farther than 60 feet.
Got it. Well, I think we're going to have to wait here for the... What was his name again?
Humphrey.
For Humphrey to come back.
Wow, I thought you liked him.
I did.
And then all of a sudden you forgot his name? No? That hurts.
We wait for a couple minutes and see when he comes back.
You wait for a couple minutes and he does not come back.
Oof. Big oof in the chat.
I tried to go through the portal thing.
Leon, like, halts her for a second, just like, hold on. I mean, like, you're gonna need to do it anyway, but,
But?
I think this is one of what... Leon is, like, doing calculations currently. Would I know if we go to a different plane, if we're still able to be seen?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
If we go to another planet, we would still be scryed on?
Yes. You would know that the Wood Elves do have the ability to do so. However, it would make things a little more difficult.
Got it.
But let me double check. Because I need to check on the rules of the spell, of the scrying spell, because it's what they use. And I don't know if they can scry to other planes. I would assume so.
Leona's gonna try to communicate to Humphrey on the other side. It's just like, he's pretty sure no one will be able to see him. I mean, hear him. And it's just like, Humphrey! There was a bit of trouble on my end. Something I didn't bring into the...
Okay.
Oh.
Actually, Leon, you would have to make me an Arcana check.
Arcana, that is a intelligence.
Indeed.
20.
For real?
Not a nat 20. Just a 20.
You remember that there was a discussion a long time ago. I believe you were there for when you guys had scryed on Granny Goosebumps months ago. You remember that the effect of the scrying spell, which is essentially what the Wood Elves use, that only allows you to scry on creatures that are on the same plane of existence as you.
Sweet.
So, if this is on another plane of existence, they cannot scry on you. But if it is...
They can.
They can.
Okay. I'm going to relay this information to Joan, and that being the reason why I can't go over. And also that they wouldn't be able to sense you if we even go over in the first place.
Well then, let's go.
Wait. We still need to deal with Humphrey. He's not going to be happy if we just go in.
Well, he's not going to be happy if you never show up either.
Yeah, but it's better for us both to stay here, okay, than both of us go over. Because you would be intruding onto his space.
Very well.
We're gonna wait for like 10 minutes. Knowing him, he's probably gonna get impatient because he's a little bunny, and it's adorable.
So, you wait for a few minutes, and eventually you see a small little silhouette from the fog bounce and hop towards you, and Humphrey emerges from it. And he says, "All right, now listen here. You said you were coming along. What's the holdup?"
I'm bound to the bow.
Well, then give it here. I'll take the bow in, and then you can just come out.
Would that work? You need like an hour of attunement. Do you have an hour?
Attunement?
Yes.
How about, if it's all right with you, Humphrey, it will be much simpler if I carry the bundle of roots and my friend with his bow.
Just give me. Hey, hold on.
Into the,
Hold on. 1
yeah,
second.
yeah.
I'm gonna cut you off. Do you think you could carry me? I am a pretty large bow.
Well, I'm not sure. Possibly.
Lend me over, John.
Do what?
Lend me over, John.
I thought we were in this together.
We are,
I
but
hand
hold on.
Marvel Revenant bow to Humphrey.
I will, I want to remind you guys of something before you go with this plan. So, there are rules in D&D that if you are split away from a magic item that you are attuned for a certain distance and a certain amount of time, the attunement breaks automatically, and you will have to reattune.
I'm well aware.
Okay.
Oh, is that
Which
what's
is why I don't
gonna
like
happen?
this plan.
Okay.
I don't remember
How much do I weigh?
I'd say like
More than those twigs?
10, 15 pounds. It's a fairly heavy bow.
Yeah. But Leon is going to ask Humphrey, do you think you can lift a 10 to 15 pound bow and carry it over?
He says, I'm not entirely sure.
I would have to tell you that. How much do those twigs weigh?
Not very much. Like 5 pounds at like the most.
Yeah. Well, basically, I'm like those twigs, but 3 times that weight.
Well, heavens. I suppose I can try.
Yes.
Or you could let me carry it if you don't mind.
Joan has separation issues.
Maybe a little.
I can understand, though, with what's going on.
You can try to make another persuasion check.
With advantage?
Yeah, we'll say with advantage.
Advantage!
Hey, crit again.
Oh, nat 20.
Jesus,
This is a lot of
okay.
crits.
Wow. He says, "Oh, all right. Fine. Both of you can come in."
Thank you.
Leon mentally high fives Joan.
Then I'll be watching both of you.
Understandably.
Yes, and you have really good eyesight. We know.
I lean down and pick up the bundle of roots and Marvel's bow and go through the fog mist.
All right. When you emerge on the other side, you see a complete opposite type of scenery from what you had seen outside the fog. It's completely dry everywhere, and there are these beautiful songs from birds chirping everywhere. There's a sound of water falling against other water, like a waterfall, a small one. However, you cannot see it, as there are a bunch of trees and large leaves growing from the ground and from the branches of them that are completely blinding your view from going anywhere farther than 10 feet in front of you. Humphrey is gone. You don't see him. What do you do?
I wait for a moment. I also would like to see if I see any other rabbit creatures.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Donnie would also be interesting to see if he's a rabbit or anything, and it's an 8.
You don't see any other rabbits around.
Leon would also like to hunt for rabbit.
That sounds so horrible.
I know it does. It sounded better in my head. 10, only slightly better.
Yep, you're not seeing anything.
No, do we see anything besides rabbit? Like,
I mean, you see the birds up above you chirping, a couple of insects flying around, very colorful looking gecko, a bright orange and red, kind of crawling up a tree. But other than that, no.
I say we continue forward.
Sounds good.
So, you, sorry, you're still waiting, or are you traveling?
We are walking slowly forward.
So you start to walk slowly forward, and then you hear in your head,
oh. Oh boy. Oh, there's another one here.
So this is what Humphrey has brought for me to play with.
No, I would rather think not. No thanks.
Hello, darling.
Leon is immediately just like, please summon me, summon me, summon me.
I hold out the bow and summon Leon.
Boom.
And we heard that in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear it too?
You heard it in your head.
And both of us?
It would be just Joan.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I still hold out the bow and summon Marvel.
Yeah, telepathy only works like A and B.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I would like to look around and see if I see anyone who seems like they might be producing that telepathy.
What was the other guy's name?
Give me a perception check.
I would also like to make perception.
And 8 again. Man, I'm consistent.
22.
You guys both look around, and you don't see anything.
Even with a
that
22?
would look like it would. I mean, it could be the birds up above. It could be the gecko. It could be one of the trees. Nothing too much that really stands out that shouts, "Oh yeah, that's got telepathy, bro."
Leon's like looking at the ground for any movement in the grass.
Ooh, what kind of a trick is this? Humphrey had brought you here to, I assume, bring these roots in. Did he find them himself?
He did.
Hmm. How long have you had those?
How long have I had the roots?
Yes.
Minutes? I'm not exactly sure.
Lena's kind of looking at Joan like, what's going on?
Minutes, you say? Humphrey had mentioned something about you two needing to come in to have Mother awaken. As much as Humphrey is my dear brother, I'm afraid I still can't trust you two.
Understandable.
Donnie? Are you Donnie?
Indeed I am.
Humphrey brought us to bring these roots, and so my friend here may take a look at your mother. She's ailing, from what we understand.
Is Joan saying this out loud?
That part, yes, I did. So aloud and in my head.
Joan, you hear something like kind of. Actually, what's your passive perception?
15.
15? You hear something like flutter towards you. Almost like the faint noise of maybe like a small bird. But when you kind of look around, you don't see
It's a
anything.
fairy.
And then you all of a sudden then feel something pinch your earlobe. What do you do?
I would like to put my hand to my ear and try to, not crushing, take off whatever's pinching my ear.
Okay. You do that and you feel nothing. Like there's nothing on your ear. And then you feel what happened to your other ear.
Leona's watching this happen and just moves towards her. You good, Joan?
Something's attacking me or something. Who are you? What's going on?
Does it sound familiar?
I'm saying that out loud.
Oh, you know what I realized? I'll say it later. It doesn't really matter now. But does this sound familiar to me? Would I know if this is
check.
a that's intelligence. Let's go. 4.
Yeah, this is completely new to you. Joan, the response that you get is, sorry, your question was, who are you?
Yeah. And what's going on?
You know who I am. I am Donnie.
What are you? What are you doing to my body?
I'm doing nothing.
Why did I feel something on my ears?
On your ears? I saw nothing on your ears to bother you.
I say out loud this time instead. Where are you?
I'm everywhere. I am the trees. I am the jungle grass at your boots. I am the birds that sing.
Joan, who are you talking to?
Apparently, the trees and the birds. Donnie is somewhere, but everywhere. And he's watching us, apparently. I think that, too. If I think that, do both of them hear it? I guess so.
And it's Leon looks around at like the birds and the trees and everything. He's just like, "What?" Is he messing with you? Do I have to have a talk with him because he's messing with you?
You tell me. I think again. Look, Donnie, we have things for your mother and for Humphrey. Can we come in?
No.
And why not?
Like I said earlier, I don't trust you.
Well, what can you trust? Sorry, that was have context.
Why do you not trust us? Would you trust my friend more than me?
Leon is just lying down on the ground because he's just like trying to absorb nature because he's trying to understand what's going on.
I just imagine he's like very faintly. No, I just imagine Leon like lays down and then just sinks into the soil, just like he's like slowly sinking into mud. Just I'm one with nature. So he says, "You see that tree over there? That tree with the amber gecko."
With the what?
And you like look around, and sure enough, you see that there's this one gecko that has this weird body where it has this really weird like shiny glossy black coloration with some orange and red spots that kind of run down its back like lava veins.
Yes, I see it.
Walk over to it.
Why should I walk to the tree and the amber gecko?
If you do, I will trust you.
And what will happen to me in doing so?
You'll reach the other side.
And nothing else?
Does Leon?
I
Does
would
Leon
hope
looks
that
like
you would do what you came here to do.
insight check?
I go ahead and walk toward the amber gecko while
Just like Leon
thinking
sees her
to.
walking away. It's just like, wait, where are you going? Stop!
Yeah, I'm
Come
thinking
over
to you. We have to go to the amber
on.
gecko so that Donnie will trust.
So right when you say "we," you go "what," and then you trip and you fall flat on your face as you
Ow.
realize you tripped on your laces. You like get onto your back and see that your laces have been tied, or your bootstraps or whatever.
Ow! Very funny, Donnie. Yes, I was going toward the amber gecko.
Leon's like very confused. Were your shoes always like that?
I like.
No, Donnie did it. Do you trust us now, Donnie?
No. But I do find you rather amusing.
Leon goes over to help Joan. He's back to Mama Bear mode and it's just like, are those kids from school picking on you again? Sorry.
Yeah.
I do find you rather amusing, though.
So you've said, but are you going to allow us to help?
I suppose I will, but there's only one way I'm going to let you inside.
And what's that? I swear if he says dead.
He says, I just want to ask you one question.
Meh.
It's a simple one, really. It's one that I've been trying to figure out the answer for a long time.
And that question is?
What flies but has no wing? Has feathers but no wings. And it thumps and roars like a locomotive, but beats like a drum, and is made not of steel.
What flies and has feathers but no wing? It thumps and roars like a locomotive, but beats like a drum. It is not made of steel.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Do we know what
It
locomotives
flies but
are?
has no feathers and no wings?
No, it has feathers but no wing. Do I know what a locomotive is?
You would not.
Oh, what is this? Locomotive?
Hmm. Yes, I forgot. Well, how about this? Instead of a locomotive, it's I'm honestly not entirely sure.
Did he ask you something again? You've been quiet for some time now, Joan.
Sorry, Leon. Do you know what a locomotive is? Uh, he asked me a riddle, and I suppose that he may let us in if we figure it out, but he may just want to know.
What was the riddle?
What flies and has feathers but no wing? It thumps and roars like a locomotive, but beats like a drum, and is made not of steel.
I would have to say the wind, wouldn't it?
Is the answer the wind? Donnie?
Sorry?
Is the answer the wind?
No.
It's a song then.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
No.
He says that's not right either.
Why is he only talking to you? I feel left out.
He likes me better. Trust me, though, it's not much of a gift. He tied my laces together.
Oh, that was him? That was mean.
I agree, but not much I can do about it.
Besides untie them, Leon says while untying them. What flies? Wait, no, there's the head. Is it a bat?
Bats have wings, Leon.
Oh, yeah. And it has feathers.
You know where I come from.
Oh, goodness. Was that Humphrey?
No, I was trying to do Leon.
Oh. No, in Leon's special world, they only have feathers, no wings. What has feathers but no can fly? Would you mind retelling me the riddle?
What flies and has feathers but no wing? It thumps and roars like a locomotive, but beats like a drum, and is made not of steel.
Is it the river?
I'm not sure a river flies or has feathers.
I mean, at some point it falls off a cliff, flies off a cliff.
I suppose it does.
But then again, it's a stretch, so.
The first two sound kind of. First part of the riddle kind of sounds like an arrow, but then when it gets to the second part, it doesn't really work. So,
It does sound a lot like an arrow, but...
The steel part.
Well, no, it's not made of steel. Which is fine enough, but it doesn't beat like a drum, I don't think.
Unless you're talking about, like, the thumbing of, like, the string,
Mm-hmm. Andrew, do I have that right? It thumps and roars like a locomotive, but beats like a drum?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I believe I might have said the wording wrong. I believe it has it runs like the engine of a locomotive, but it's not made of steel.
Ah, okay.
Do kiwis exist in this world?
Kiwis?
Oh, wait, no, they can't fly. They're little birds.
Have you seen my kiwi?
Is it an article of clothing or an arrow of some kind?
No.
That has feathers but no wings. Obviously, something that has been defeathered, or the product of a defeathering.
Exactly.
I will give you a clue, because I'm starting to get bored.
I thought... No, go ahead.
There are two parts.
And they are...
That is all I give you.
Oh, there are two parts? Okay. Gosh, it would be really nice to have Dylan along with us.
It's not the first time I've wished for him.
Oh. Ship it.
And Leon pats her back. There's two parts. A ship's sail?
I'm not sure it has feathers.
No.
Gosh, why am I no good at riddles?
You know, I'll give you another clue, but I want something.
Okay. I can't really get it.
You know that we're
I
trying
can
to
do it.
help you and your family, right, Donnie?
Mm-hmm. Sure you are. I want your earring.
Nope.
You can't have it.
Okay, then you won't have my clue.
Could I possibly make an intelligence check for Leon?
To do what?
What?
To do what?
To figure out the riddle.
Would you consider a heart to fly?
Ooh.
No. But
A lover's heart?
you're getting close.
A lover's heart.
I don't think it's a heart, Leon.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Leon's just like sitting there stumped on what to do.
I'm also sitting in the grass, thinking, this.
While you are thinking, let us go over to our dear old friend, new friend, Olivia. Ow. Ow. Ow.
What?
You're touching
Zach?
your mic or something.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Zach?
I'm here.
Okay. So we're going over to Olivia, and you and Mavrin are traveling through the Feywild. When all of a sudden you hear the sound of someone or something coming through the foliage. What do you do? It doesn't sound very big, but it's coming towards you.
I'm
There are-
going to cast. I think it's Pass Without Trace.
Okay. You cast Pass Without a Trace.
And then I'm going to sneak.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check. Where are you going to stealth at?
I'm gonna probably stealth into one of the bushes.
Okay. Make me that stealth check.
24.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to watch and wait for the creature to come by.
Hi, kitty.
Hello?
Hold on. You said
Okay.
you got a 22?
24.
24.
I'm still so stumped
so
on this.
You
riddle.
see, kind of approaching into your side of view, is actually a humanoid figure. Standing at about 5'10", has a hood over his head, and this like kind of like a really tattered, dark brown cloak. And he wears what seems to be some sort of battered type of plate armor. And you have, if you would like, you can give me a history check. You know this armor is definitely not from District Beta. This is definitely not an elf.
Okay. Do you want me to give a perception check or
history?
Okay, history. Something I'm not proficient in. 10.
10. You swear you felt like you've possibly heard something armor that looks like this, but nothing comes to mind. As you watch this figure further, you hear Mavrin say, "I wonder what he's doing here."
Do you think I could speak in my head to talk to Mavrin, or?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you can.
Okay. I'm gonna say in my head, I wonder what he's up to as well.
You see that from the hood, the man pulls the hood back, and you see that it is a man who has blonde hair, with his bangs grown out and brushed to each side. He has these really bright sapphire eyes, but you
Oh!
see that his face is very scornful and serious as he looks around, and you see that he also kind of pushes his cloak aside to reveal a golden hilted blade, and he rests a battered up, beaten gauntlet on it as he kind of just looks around.
Would he have rounded or pointed ears?
Rounded.
It's Nora!
Another. I'm surprised. My parents told me that rounded ear elves are very uncommon.
Yes, they are indeed. Whoever this man is, we must be careful. Not very many humans have the courage or the strength to even go in groups. The fact that he's this far into the forest by himself means he's very dangerous.
What's the human?
Oh. Round-eared elf, my dear.
I see. Well, I'd prefer to leave him be and keep going. And I'm gonna keep sneaking on in the direction of where I was originally heading.
As you start to sneak on, you kind of hear him say something to himself. I thought that the hole would be around here last time.
The what?
What do you say?
He said, I thought that the hole would be somewhere around here. It was last time.
Well, I'm gonna leave that be. All right, and I'm gonna keep heading to where I was originally heading after hearing that little tidbit. But you know.
Okay. So back to Joan and Leon. Have you guys thought of another answer possible?
God.
Look here, Donnie. I feel quite certain the first part is about a heart, an arrow, a pillow, something like that. But without knowing what an engine or a locomotive is, I don't think I can answer.
He says, well, you two are starting to bore me. Fine, I shall just tell you the riddle. The answer of the riddle is an arrow flying into a heart.
Oh,
I
that
think
is
that was quite
dark.
close then.
It was close, but unfortunately, you didn't get the right answer.
I am.
So we shall move on to the next test that I shall put upon you. And this is my final
Look,
test. If
Fine.
you do not satisfy me with this test, you will leave.
I'm starting to think leaving is a better idea anyway.
What I wish for you to do is just one thing. Stand still.
Oh.
I stand up and close my eyes and wait.
You stand still. You hear the sound of the birds chirping around you. A faint little breeze comes your way. And you feel very relaxed, even though you have this creeping suspicion that something is going to happen to you. But the environment around you kind of makes you content.
My brain drifts to the yellow flower, or yellow leaves, rather. We keep waiting.
You then, all of a sudden, a puff of yellow gas is hurled onto your face. And Leon, you see that the gas is almost kind of more like a glitter. And it covers the front of Joan. And Joan, when you inhale this, all of a sudden your brain kind of goes fuzzy. And then when you open your eyes, you just run. You turn left and you just start running.
I would like to grab Joan.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh,
Versus his armor class. Or her armor class.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, that is. I just not been rolling well tonight.
Can I stop running, or am I just going?
You just keep running. And then,
Okay.
out of nowhere, some random stick from the ground comes up and you trip on it. And you land your face into some mud.
Oof.
And you're just covered in it. And then all of a sudden your brain stops going fuzzy. You can wipe the mud off from your face. And you just hear in your head,
Leon is following after Joan.
Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud.
You can actually see he's getting visibly angry from this.
I don't get very many visitors in my part of the woods who are intelligible enough to have so much fun. Most of them are just the dumb, dull creatures that roam around here that just get angry and then run away. But I like you two. You're more fun.
We...
Okay, I suppose I will let you in. Now come over here to these curtain of vines, and you see that in between two, what look to be kind of like willow trees, are these vines that are kind of dangling down like a curtain, and they pull aside. And come inside here.
I look down at my shoes a few times and also wipe off some of the mud and glitter.
what you have it cleaned off, Leon is already getting at it.
And then a minute later, I look down at my shoes again and make sure they're laced properly before I start walking toward the vine.
Okay. You start walking towards the curtain, and you see that it reveals what looks to be a fairly large-sized grove with a large tree that reaches out into the sky before you. You see in front there are a ring of rocks with moss covered on the top that kind of surround a small little spot that looks to be some sort of small campfire, but it currently has no fire. You see Humphrey is just coming out of the front of the tree which has a door. Like a small, a really, really tiny door. It's almost like a burrow, more of. And he comes out, and he kind of brushes off his white fur. He says, "Oh, so he finally let you in. He wasn't too bothersome, I hope."
More than a little, but I suppose you did warn us.
Donnie likes his mind games. He likes to torment people.
Haven't noticed.
Hey, at least you don't have to live with him.
True that.
Before I let you see Mother, I would like to introduce you to the rest of the family. Tiffany, Bunter, Puncha, come meet our new friends that are going to help Mother. You see, you all of a sudden hear a more feminine voice. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! And you see a little gecko dashes across the ground, and you see that it is like a deep crimson red with these frills that kind of pop up and have this design of a fire, a blazing flame, and it has these really brilliant amber eyes, and it kind of just looks up at you. And the salamander is fairly large. It's about as long as like Leon's forearm, and probably it's the biggest part of its body is about the you all right?
Huh?
That's a pretty deep exhale.
Because I just saw something beautiful. Don't worry about me. I'm just so happy right now. Don't mind me.
The thickest part of Leon's forearm is pretty much about the thickest size of the gecko. It's a fairly big gecko, and it just comes charging at you, going, "Oh boy! Oh 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 boy!" You all then see that there is a you see something, a bird comes flying down with black feathers, a black beak, and it flies down and lands on a nearby low-hanging branch and just kind of like twists its head and looks, and it goes, and it says, my, what are these things? Are they elves?"
We are, yes.
"I've never seen elves so close before." "Wow."
Usually it's probably for the best.
"And you, spectral creature, you are one of the dead, are you not?"
Undead, yes. I guess.
"You must
Current.
come from my species' homeland."
No, I was elven.
"You mean you've never heard of the place called the Misty Peaks?"
No. But I am certainly intrigued.
"Perhaps tonight, when you stay, I shall sing you a song of my homeland." And then you all hear the animals go, "Oh boy."
Perhaps, but I'm pretty sure we have more pressing matters to attend to. Yes?
Yes, I did not mean that right now. We may take our time. And then all of a sudden, something like with something black lunges and knocks this bird off from the branch and tumbles across the ground. Then the creature puts its paws and pins the bird's wings on the ground and goes, and you see a little black cat about the size of a medium-sized dog, with these tentacles for tails, two of them off its back, and he goes, "Haha, I got you, Pancha. Yes, you got me. Now get off me. I think you might have made me broke a wing. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know my strength.
This reminds me of Georgie. I
It
want
does.
my son back.
Aw.
Hup. Now, Bunter, you know that you cannot tackle Pancha like that. He's a bird. His bones are fragile. What, so you want me to tackle you instead?
Oh,
Uncle Humphrey? Most certainly not. You will give me a heart attack.
it's actually very likely for that to happen. I wouldn't suggest it.
The gecko says, well, I don't mind if you hunt me down, Bunter. I mean, when you grow big and strong one day, you're going to have to go out there and hunt. You are going to be the protector of the grove after all. Nah, I'm sorry, Auntie Tiffany, but you kind of burn sometimes. And then Humphrey just kind of pops up, approaches you, and goes, these are my siblings. Well, except for Bunter. We have Tiffany, the fire gecko, Bunter, the kitten displacer beast, and we have Pancha, the crow. And the crow just kind of bows.
He's my favorite.
What's the name of the crow?
Pancha.
That is beautiful. Sorry. I'm playing an evolution game.
Bunter just kind of cocks his head and his like bright yellow eyes just kind of look at you, this little cute little displacer beast kitten, and his tentacle frills kind of swirl in the air as if they're like seaweeds at an ocean bed, and he goes, how did he get past Donnie? How did they get past Donnie? Well, they, obviously they had outsmarted him. But I thought that if you outsmart him, doesn't he get mad? He got mad with me last time. I don't know. You can ask them. They were the one that dealt with him, not me. Okay.
How did we do it? Leon
He
looks
was
back
kind.
at her.
And he took mercy after making me fall flat on my face.
Oh, yes. He threw some type of dust, sparkly green dust in her face, and she ran somewhere. And then tripped into mud.
So he barfed on you.
That's gross.
He didn't barf on them, Bunter. That is Donnie. That's just how Donnie. He didn't barf on him. Or her, but the elf. Zaya. Anyways, now that you have met my siblings, and you've met their faces, shall we meet Mother?
Yes, I think it's time for that, correct?
Well, Marvel, good luck.
Pancha will say, might I come with you, Marvel? I wish to observe what you can do.
Of course. Perhaps you could also help me. After all, you know your own mother, correct? Better than I do.
I'd like to think so. I've made many songs about her, you know. One day I wish to travel the world and tell the tales of our mother in song.
Perhaps you'll be able to do that one day. Hopefully.
So Humphrey brings you up to the tree, and he says, now Mother is under the tree in a little burrow that we have. Unfortunately, there's no real way to get in there, unless you would have to take the back entrance.
back entrance?
Oh, it's a wannabe bard. What a disgrace to the world.
Yes. It's, just a large tunnel that we have for an escape route, if you will.
No. It's always good to have one of those.
Hey, Leon.
What?
Did you
What?
forget you can just go through objects?
Oh, yeah. Leon just like, so she's down there, correct?
Yes.
Leon phases through the crowd.
Humphrey just kind of passes out. And Pancho looks down and goes, "Oh, great. Here we go again. Bunter, come over here and bounce on Humphrey." With pleasure. And he kind of arches back and just lunges.
They're all my children now. They have been adopted. I hope you know.
Leon,
officially.
you go
I am
all
their
the way
handmaiden.
through the soil, and you appear in this fairly large, hollowed out part of the soil. Around you, you see what looks to be oddly spots of what looks to be pieces of makeshift furniture. You see a desk that is sitting there, very poorly made, with no drawers, or I guess it's more like a table. You see some very poorly made chairs sitting around in a circle, and you also see what looks to be carvings of many drawings in the dirt. Drawings of animals, of a bunny, some sort of lizard, a crow,
It's their family.
and some sort of other lizard-like creature with wings. Some of the drawings look fairly old, but some of them look fairly new. The newer ones have an additional member to the drawings, which is that of a small kitten with these squid-like tentacles sticking out of its back. And unless if you want to give me an insight check, they just kind of look like random drawings of these little creatures getting into some sort of hijinks.
Insight. Yes, please. I would love insight. That is a, what exactly?
Wisdom.
Wisdom roll. Sweet. Got it. 13.
You have a feeling that these are drawings of stories of different events between these creatures. You can pick out some that look fairly obvious. Like one of them kind of looks like some creature got stuck in a tree. But the rest, you don't have enough context to be able to know the full story of all these pictures. And when you look away from these drawings, you see that off, kind of on the opposite side from you are, there is what looks to be some sort of pile of leaves and twigs, like a very large. It would be the equivalent size of like a king-size bed, sitting on the dirt floor. And you see there is a humanoid figure with their arms crossed on their chest, laying still.
Leon will approach.
You float towards it, and you see what looks to be kind of an elven woman, but with green skin. Is completely nude, but has no detailed features, if you will.
Okay.
Her eyelids are closed. Her hair kind of twists and bends around the leaves and twigs that she lays on, and she just lays there peacefully. When you look at her, she is a beautiful sight to see. At first glance, you don't see any wounds on her, but you can tell that she is gravely sick. Even though that she is green, she is kind of she's starting to look more brighter, and since you have dark vision, you can't see coloration. Yeah, I guess you can't see coloration, so you wouldn't know she's green. So to you, it just looks like an elven woman.
Okay.
Darkness.
Well, before I begin, Leon would like to close his eyes and just put himself at ease for a second, steady his own hands and his breath, and just pray to any gods who would wish to help him in this. For this is a creature and a mother whose children, well, they really need her at the moment.
It's so sweet.
So, after his short prayer, Leon will open up his eyes again and begin his examination of the woman.
Alright, give me the medicine check.
I don't have my medicine stats.
Is it different than just medicine roll?
No, I had my medicine thingy. Didn't I?
What medicine thing? Like a kit?
No. I had stats and medicine.
Like
Yeah, and I don't
proficiency?
have them anymore.
I may
Yeah.
have accidentally left them out. So just it would be wisdom plus proficiency.
Wisdom plus 3?
Yeah.
Wisdom plus 3 instead of 1, or
Yeah.
I thought that.
No, for you it'd be a +4.
Oh,
What? Hex.
sweet. Wisdom plus 4. Okay. All the good karma. Please, please, please. Ugh. Once more, for good luck. Because I'm not satisfied with that, neither is Leon. One more. Wait, that's not even enough. Wouldn't it be? No. Because that would just be a 11, so one more. Which would be -2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Ugh, even worse.
I'm not even seeing your rolls.
I see 13, 7, 5.
Yeah, the 7 and 5 are the newer ones.
Yeah, you don't know what to do.
I'm tired.
It
Okay.
could just be that you can't be tired.
No, me.
Oh.
I'm tired.
It could just be because you're just not used to examining things while you're in a spectral form, but you have no idea.
Mm. Leon will return to the top and ask if maybe they changed something in their diet or a new location for food. Excuse me? Hello?
Who are you asking?
I would be asking the crow since the...
Oh.
Oh, he hasn't come down yet.
Huh?
He hasn't come down yet.
I think
No, I
Leon's
said...
going back out.
Oh.
Yeah. Leon phases up and asks if maybe they changed their diet or location or where they got their food.
Who goes, Mother doesn't need it all. She sustains her life and her hunger from the forest.
And it could be something to do with what's going on in the deep. Leon says, does he remember any talk about what was going on and any changes in the forest?
Remember who knows?
remember what was said about the tunnels underneath and whether or not the forest has been seemingly gone bad anywhere.
Like if there are parts of the forest that are dying?
Yeah.
You don't recall. It's actually quite the opposite. The Feywild is actually growing, far beyond the continent. There's actually been, stories passing down that the forest is actually growing into the ocean bed, into the sea.
Has your mother ever told you much about how she exists? Besides how she gets her sustenance?
Well, she told me that she gets it from from the tree. The tree itself is she is one with the tree. We thought
What
there
tree?
was possibly something wrong with it, but we checked everywhere. We couldn't find anything.
Which tree?
This one. And he points at the big tree that's in the middle of the grove that you went under.
I would like to also check out the tree, even though it's barely worth it.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Investigation. That is an intelligence. Right? Yes. Intelligence. 1, 2, 3, go. A 7.
Looks like your
I
guys'
am
luck is running out.
Yeah. Hey, Joan?
Hey, Marvell.
How far are the tree leaves from here?
The
No, I'm asking the DM.
Oh,
Are the trees limbs?
No, the tree limbs where the leaves grow
How far are they?
from the base.
They'd be anywhere from like the top would be like a couple feet, and towards the bottom they'd be like no shorter than probably close to 10.
10 feet?
Yeah.
Leon doesn't touch the tree, but he asks her opinion. About the tree's condition. And we'll just point out the things that he has already assessed from it. Trying to give her advantage.
So you're trying to give Joan advantage for an investigation?
Yeah, on the tree.
Okay.
Is there anything you want me to look for, Marvell?
Any sign of sickness, perhaps? Parasite, maybe beetles.
Beetle's still on your mind? I start looking for any signs of infection or parasites, or anything hurting.
Alright. Give me that investigation.
Not sure why Marvell wants Zia to do it, but hey, a 20! Hey, look!
Wow!
Look still.
Alright, well. So, you you start to look around at the tree, and it looks like a fairly healthy tree. However, you notice something at the roots. There's some roots that are showing, and you notice that every now and then there seems to be like almost as if like the roots like very slowly get smaller, and then they slowly expand.
Does it
It's
seem
almost like
like
that effect where
breathing?
It's almost like that effect where if you take like a Capri Sun, and you were to like suck and like you were to inhale, and how it like crunches up, and then if you were to blow into the hole, it would fill back in. It's like that effect, but slow. And not quite as like dramatic and shrunken.
Does she point this out?
Yeah. I stopped and looking very intently at it and thinking about the roots.
Does Leon notice?
Yeah.
Leon brings it to the attention of the others, because there's so many names.
They all come up to you and huddle around and look. Whoa. Huh? How did we not see this? I don't know. It's just moving so slowly. I've never seen tree roots do this before. Especially this one. Perhaps the tree is alive. Maybe the spirit of our mother is making it come to life. And Tiffany says, "Oh, Pancha, always trying to make things just so grim and superstitious." Maybe the tree is just alive and it's just a friendly tree.
Leon turns back to the others. Is there anything that your brother has let in recently? Or would you know if you let anything in recently?
They all look at each other, and Humphrey says, "Donnie doesn't let anything in unless if it's one of us. So if you're thinking that someone had infiltrated this place, then you might as well toss that idea."
He let us in.
Well, maybe we do need to rethink about the security. No, I think that Uncle Donnie did. I think Uncle Donnie's doing his job. I think he just let you two in because Humphrey was in. And, well, Uncle Donnie doesn't like to listen to Humphrey complain. I mean, who does? Hey! I do not complain!
When I go through the ground, I can't see underneath the ground, can I?
Technically you can, but it's like right up on your eyes. Like, it would literally be like if you were to in real life put dirt into your eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Leon tells them I could see where the roots go. Follow the roots, see where they go. If they do lead back to your mother, then, well, we have our answer. But if they lead back to something else, then, well, we also have an answer. Possibly not one we'll like. Well, either one we won't like. This is confusing. I'm just gonna stop talking.
I say slightly burn the tree, and if
No!
If the body sees any effects.
Shut up!
Fire druid logic.
I mean, all it's gonna
Actually,
do
I'm
is
not fire
just make
druid.
the soil
I'm a
more
moon
nutritious.
druid, but you know.
No.
The ashes of the tree will just make the soil nutritious and more fertile.
Stop it. Stop it.
Just saying.
Okay.
Fire's gotta eat too.
Okay, well,
Oof.
Fire's already well fed. We all know this because of Nora. Okay.
What? What are you implying?
That's a different fire.
I'm not implying
Uh,
anything. It's
To
just straight
actually,
fact.
to your
Anyway,
guys'
I
actual
would like
surprise,
an answer.
I don't have except one fire spell, and it's produce flame, and I can't really use it to attack. So, well, I can, but it's very difficult to.
Okay,
Mhm.
well,
So, Pancha will say, do whatever you need to do. I miss singing to my mother.
with that, Leon goes down into the dirt and follows the tree that is being, well,
Attacked, maybe?
yeah, that seems to be attacked and lead it to the source or where it goes.
You go deep down past the small barrow, and you find that there is another hole. There's a root that goes very, very deep down. You can feel your chains getting restricted, and it's just you have just enough room for you to peek your head through, and you see that you're in like a room that's probably like a 30 by 40 natural cave room area, and you see that there is what looks to be a glowing, what you think is a glowing green rock dangling in a mess of roots below you, and latched onto it is a really fat looking maggot the size of a horse coiled around it.
Ew.
That's not natural.
And you see that as it sits there, there's roots that come out of this green stone. And the green stone, every few seconds or so, you hear a pulsing, like from a heartbeat. And you see this black kind of tendril coloration swirls from going towards the mouth of the maggot, almost as if there's this darkened energy that is infused inside of the stone and then sucking, and the maggot is sucking all of it in. And as it starts to suck on the stone, the roots slowly shrivel and then widen up again.
Leon connects to Joan. I was correct. We do have a parasite. Let the kids know. I'll take care of things down here. And might I just say, it is big and it is disgusting.
Do you need help?
No. There's just one. Hopefully there's only one. And plus, there's no way for you to get down here. I don't think. I look around.
You don't see one way.
Yeah, there's no way for you to get down here. And with that, Leon pulls out his greatsword and just like, well, let the kids know we found the reason why. And that their mom will be okay soon.
I tell them that my friend has found something unnatural latched onto the tree, and we'll be dispatching. Well, maybe not unnatural, but not
The
friendly.
maggots.
Actually,
Tell them about the maggots.
There would be a way. There would be a large tunnel that leads down that you can assume is where this parasite had come from. But you're not sure where it goes.
I'll tell her about the gem and relay the information. They probably know how to get here.
I will ask the 3 children if they have any idea how to get down to the gem, or if they are familiar with.
You could just
Shut up.
Get their shovels and start digging.
Shut up. Stop it. You're not currently in this. So, DM, how do they respond?
I'm sorry. What does Joan say?
I'm asking I relayed the information about the maggot and that Leon's going to deal with it, or Marvell's going to deal with it. My friend.
Yeah, they're attached
And
to the gem.
And I'm gonna ask if they're familiar with the gem or how to get there.
All of them look at each other and they just kind of like shrug. They've never heard of the gem before. Humphrey will say, if it had dug a tunnel, I could, if you gave me a few minutes, I could find the tunnel.
Do we have a few minutes?
Well, she's been like this for some time, I would imagine. Children, how long has she been like this?
They'll look at each other and they all say, about 2 weeks.
She's been like this about 2 weeks. I think we have a few minutes.
Okay. I'll wait.
Please.
Actually,
dig a tunnel
you know
for
what?
us.
You know what? I could just follow this tunnel up.
Be careful that you don't go too far, you know?
Yeah, I'd have to have you to follow me, of course. I'm pretty sure you can see where the chain is, correct?
Yes.
It's very faint near the bow, but yeah.
Okay, well. Wow, this is really discriminating. I don't even know what that word is. Discriminating? No. Humiliating. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm basically a dog.
Yeah, but
I
you can
hate
go
this.
through the ground.
Yes, but
yeah.
anyway, just follow the chain. Follow my lead. He says as he goes up the tunnel.
So you start to walk around, and eventually you get towards the edge of the clearing, and you see that it looks to be that there is a small little spot. So Leon, you start to go through, and you notice that the tunnel is getting smaller, smaller, and smaller as it kind of goes up into a curve, into a point to where it goes so small that it looks like a tiny earthworm could fit in it.
Well, now the bunny man knows where to dig. He says that in his mind. He doesn't say that out loud.
Humphrey, could you come over here? And I show them the whole.
He kind of looks up at you and he goes, "Oh, why my poor paws." And he starts digging away. It takes him probably a good 15-20 minutes to dig, especially for a hole big enough for Joan. And it's about
You know, you could have asked for shovels. You know that, right?
Shh, they don't have shovels. Stop it.
And eventually
I'm assuming,
the hole
but they
kind of
don't have
expands,
shovels.
it gets down, and it's about it's a 60-foot curve that goes down. So you could just slide down on your back. Humphrey.
Is it slimy?
I mean, it's damp.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll mostly kind of walk down if I can.
You won't be able to walk.
Well, I guess I'm sliding down. Does it seem like I can get back out after we go down?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Humphrey will climb out before you get in, and all of the animals kind of look down. Good luck. Don't hurt yourselves.
I slide down and
Kill it.
Shout.
Kill it
I
real
think
good.
the. I think the, I think the Leon. See you.
Leon shows her to the maggot.
You guys walk, and sure enough, Joan, you get into the large, 30 by 40-ish cavern, and you see this large, disgusting maggot siphoning off from this fairly large green rock.
Lovely.
What
Yeah.
do you should do?
Roll initiative?
I mean, why are we rolling initiative? Let's just kill it to start with.
Okay. Leon
we're
would
not
like
in.
to cut off its head.
Whoa, Leon, hold a moment. I pull out the longbow and take aim, and I mark it with whatever the thing is, with the bow power. Yeah, it's marked.
Okay.
I need a better name for that. Okay, now if you would like, you may attack its head. But
Okay.
are you certain that you can hit it effectively without chopping into the roots or the stone?
I'm a professional, Joan. I know what I'm doing.
Well, if you can't, let me know. I can shoot it.
17.
We're actually going to stop right there.
Oh.
We'll get to initiative. And we are going to continue this next time.
Aww.
Will our valiant heroes destroy the parasite that is making the mother so ill? Will Olivia traverse across the Feywild safe and sound? Find out next time on Roblox Sundays. Alright, let's all say goodbye to the people.
See ya.
Goodbye.
See you next time.